Going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Let's talk about Mullen. We'll talk about it briefly. There's not a whole lot that we want to add, but there is a little bit of news, I guess, that popped up. And we'll look at the charts, we'll look at the ortex, we'll go from there. So overall, we knew that that article was going to come out after the 8K filing. Apparently, they're talking about DM's new magical 1.3 billion shares of voting power that he has, and talking about potential reverse splits. Is it going to happen? Is it not? I don't know. Can it happen fast? Yes, it can. What I would like to see happen is it not be too substantial. The article that they popped this out with was like a 1 for 3 or 1 for 4. That's not devastating. Whenever we do 1 for 10, 1 for 50, 1 for 100, that's a pretty substantial blow. Like a 1 for 3, I could get behind that, I guess, if I had to. I don't want to see it. I really don't want to see it. I want to see that natural dollar come, but I mean, depending on where we are right now, it looks like they're still trying to soak up that supply, and I was looking at level 2s. It looks like it's going just a little bit lower and lower, and we can see that it is falling out of our trend line right now. So they are just kind of trying to hopefully soak up that supply still, just at a little bit lower price. I was seeing it down around 28, 28 and a half, 29, and every time you hear that chime in the background, that's just my Mullen notification saying, hey, you're down a cent. So sorry, it's going to keep chiming probably until things turn around, but that's where we are as of right now. So they do have time, though. Realistically, Mullen has until March 6th of 2023 to have to do anything for their compliancy. So there is plenty of time to do that, and then they can still file for an extension at that point. So will they, though? Once they bring it up, then it's going to be even more on everybody's mind. Whether you're, doesn't matter what side of the fence you're on. Once it's out there, then people start talking about it, people start thinking about it, starts affecting you in your psyche, your psychological thinking, and what you're going to do. So let's see what, I guess, Mullen does, DM does, what the investors do, what the shorts do. That's all we can do, is kind of just take it one step at a time, one day at a time. But as of right now, we did just kind of lose our trend line. Let's see if it sucks its way back up. If it does, great, then let's continue to ride the trend. Very likely, if this is still an accumulation point and they are soaking up supply, then we could just see ourselves consolidate right on through until they are done. What I do think is happening is our volume is backing off. So like I said, I do expect that volume decline to come, and I just want to see the buyers be able to continue to soak up that supply longer than the sellers want to sell into the market. But we're just going to have to wait and see. Ultimately, kind of the range I'm looking at is somewhere between the 25 cents, and right now we just got to get back into our trend line. So keep an eye on that downside, have a trading plan. The RSI has been cooling as far as the 5-minute goes. It's dropped way off on the 30-minute. Our 1 hour is still kind of hanging in there, but it is setting lower lows and lower highs, and our 4 hour needs to turn around. Basically everything needs to turn around if we want to hopefully hang on to this trend line, but everything has been cooling. So again, it's not bearish, it's not bullish. We kind of defined our trading range. So if we're going to come down to the lower end of our trading range as they continue to accumulate shares at a cheaper and cheaper price, obviously that RSI is going to cool off, because they're going to keep setting their bids lower. They're not going to be driving the price higher. They're going to let those sellers come down to them. If they want to sell, then they're going to come down and meet them. So that's what we're watching for, I guess, in the immediate future, is just what's going to go on. How long can they continue to soak up that supply? Live short interest, it looks like they're stepping up just a little bit, 33.04%. I think that would make sense, honestly, if we're starting to get news and people are starting to get into their heads possibly reverse splits. Then the shorts, they have their thesis as well. So we can't hate on them. if they have something that supports their thesis to want to go in a little bit heavier, that's what they're going to do. So we could possibly be seeing that 110.75 million live short interest, cost to borrow average still dirt cheap, 8.76%. So where do we go from here? I don't know. Utilization 100. I still say that cost to borrow has to go up. It just has to absolutely go up. If we have 100% utilization, we have short interest increasing, and it is this high of the free float, why would they continue to send out those shares at that price? But, you know, we're just retail. We're here on the outside looking in, trying to figure out what's going on. But ultimately, just be watching and see what happens. You know, I would watch right here. You're still pretty much dead in the middle of this trading channel. We don't really know what's going to happen, and there's no sense in doing anything crazy. So from about 27.5, we have decent volume. If we drop below 27.5, our volume is probably going to cut back some. So let's see if, you know, some of that selling pressure even cuts back some if we drop below that 27.5, which would be fine. You know, that just means less supply that the buyers have to eat up, but we are expecting it. So let's see how it goes. I appreciate you guys coming back. I hope you had a great day in the markets. I mean, crazy day, right? We had a little bit of news that popped out, tanked the SPY for a brief moment, and then it ripped its way right back up. I don't know if the SPY has a goal, if it's strong or if it's weak. I mean, it's right at, it hit my rejection point today actually, and I thought it was all over, but then it turned around and it was pumping again. So hey, who knows? Keep an eye on the markets. Let's see what the markets do. Let's see how long they hold out for us, and we'll just go from there. But I mean, Mullen wasn't really affected by the major swings in either direction. It had a little bit of a hiccup, but nothing crazy. So hey, maybe it's acting independently. So that's what I got for you. I will catch you in the next one. Thank you guys for coming back and watching another one. As always, stay golden, people, and may your accounts stay green.